Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. If it's your first time here, my name's Paul and this channel is dedicated to overlanding and overlanding equipment. In this episode we're going to be having a look at this HCalory diesel heater, and I know you've all seen diesel heaters before and it's like, oh, not a diesel heater video. It's like, you know, generic diesel heater, but I want to show you this one because there's something different about it, and it's the only reason I agreed to do the video. The difference in this one is that it is a AC and DC powered one, and I want to show you what the difference that's going to make and how versatile this is going to be. So let me get this out of the box and I'll show you exactly what this is. It is a toolbox version, so you can carry it around and that makes it useful as well. But I'm going to get this out of the box. I'm not going to film the unboxing because, you know, everyone loves an unboxing video, don't they? No, they don't. So I'll get this out and I'll show you what comes in the box. Well, I've just pulled this out of the box and first impressions. It's actually really cool. It's much nicer than the other one that's in a metal box that gets damaged and gets really easily bent. But yeah, so nice, compact, built-in fuel tank. All the things you would expect from a suitcase diesel heater, but in this case, toolbox diesel heater. So obviously, fuel goes in there. It's a 6-litre fuel tank, apparently. I've not yet looked at the instructions. I've literally just pulled this out of the box. You've got your controls there on the front. You got your power in there. That'll be air. Somewhere on here there'll be an exhaust, and I would assume that's at the back. Yep, there you go. So that's that'll be air out or air in. No, that'll be, which way does it blow? Whichever way. We'll find that out in a minute. It goes one way or the other. I would assume that's air in and the exhaust is there, or it might be the other way around. I don't know. We'll find that out. But the reason that I got this, or more to the point, why I had them send it to me, they asked me to review it, and I did, obviously. But the reason I wanted this one is because of what's in the box down here. Right. 12-volt power supply. That's what you get with all of the diesel heaters, isn't it? 12-volt supply. So 12-volt supply, normally permanently built in. So you just have a couple of wires coming out, your negative and your positive, and there you go. That's what you would expect. I would chop them off and put an Anderson plug on. This one comes with a transformer to make it mains, and that's what piqued my attention. I can run this on mains, not just 12-volt. So I can plug this in, plug it into there. This will work. I can use it as a garage heater as well. So I can have this in this workshop, running in the corner, keeping my truck dry in the winter, not having to have a 12-volt power supply hooked up to it, because what I was doing before with my other one was 12-volt battery with a charger hooked to it, charging the battery to run the diesel heater. I don't need that now. I can just plug it in. It's going to make a world of difference. But what else makes this even better is this leaflet here. That one. So you've got your controls here. You've got your on, off, settings, temperature, all the other bits. Pretty much exactly the same as you get on all the diesel heaters. But this one, if I can get it out, there you go. Wireless remote. So this also controls the temperature. So just like this one where it monitors the air temperature, this one monitors the air temperature too. That's the internal bits, guys. So we can get it shut again. Don't keep on dropping them in the way. So why does that make a difference? Because if you've got this plugged up on 12 volt, hooked up to your truck, this is outside, you run a pipe up to your roof tent, you can control the temperature in your roof tent. And that is a game changer. On the other one, I ended up cutting this off and having a big long wire and taking this piece up into the roof tent to control the temperature. Otherwise it just runs flat out all night because it monitors the air temperature outside and not the temperature in your roof tent. So not only can I now use this in my workshop, I can put it as a tent heater and run it up to the tent. Game changer, like I said. So right, I'll get this set up, I'll go and find some diesel. In fact, I'll have to go and get some diesel and we'll give this a test. Just before I go and get the diesel for this, we'll just show you what's in this box. All the fastenings that you need, Jubilee clips, I take it that's an air filter of some description. Oh no, that'll be for going in the fuel tank, that's a fuel strainer. That'll drop in the lid there. You get some ducting, and probably, yeah, not that much, probably expands about to a metre of ducting. You get a grate cover that goes on the end of the ducting to, if you've got it going fixed, so you can fasten that into a cabinet. I might actually put that in my truck actually. I've got a similar one in this truck, but it's got a adjustable nozzle. Is this one adjustable? Not as good as the one I've got in this truck. That fell over. Exhaust parts, so that's your muffler, that's the exhaust pipe. Air intake pipe, you've seen the 12 volt supply. That'll be the brackets, there they go here, so the air filter will go in there. There's the air filter. Yeah, they're all pretty generic ones. That air filter doesn't have anything in it, by the way. It's just like a strainer. There's no actual filter in it at all, it's just a plastic cover. An extra lead. Now that lead, if you unclip this, if I don't rip my fingernail off, out, this pulls out. So if you're mounting this permanently, like if I was putting it in the workshop permanently, I could attach that lead to this and make this wall mount, take this off, make it wall mounted. So I could put it somewhere in the workshop, not directly over the actual heating unit itself. So I could put this on the floor, run this up onto the wall, and it comes with the extra lead. That's a really good feature. I wondered why it's got, remove all the junk, guys. Yeah, so you can just unplug that. If I can, does it press or pull? Presses, there we go. So unclip that, take the whole unit off, put the extension lead on. So you can put the wall mounted thermostat anywhere you want. That's good. I'm quite liking this. I don't think I told you what the specs were. It's 12, 24 volt. Obviously that transformer reduces it down to 12 volts, but it will run on 24 volt. 6 amps, blah, 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 blah. Tells you about the output, and the output is 8 kilowatts. And it does blow that way. The hot air comes out that end. But I'm liking this plastic case. It's nicer than the metal ones. Cool. Now I'll go and get some diesel. Sometimes I just can't help myself. I wanted to test this, make sure it actually worked before I carried on filming with the video. I haven't been to get any diesel yet, but already found a few features that I like my old one, the vent in the cap, when it had diesel in it, and it was in the back of the truck, it would leak. This one's actually got a pressurised vent in it, so it shouldn't leak. That's the fuel filter I was on about, which is also got a seal in it, so when that's in and that's screwed down, should stop that leaking. That's good. Just tried the remote. The remote's rechargeable. There's no batteries in it, so it's a 5-volt input. So USB, I might have one actually. Hang on, what's that one? Is that the right size? Ah, everything's fell off. Is that the right size USB lead? So, oh, it is. So it's a USB, I think that's a C. I never know what they're called, guys, but it's rechargeable. The lead doesn't come with it. Not that I can find, I can't find one in the box, so I'm assuming it doesn't come with it. But yeah, that remote's rechargeable, so bigger bonus. You don't have to find batteries for it. You can charge that up in your truck. We could actually plug that into the power supply in the roof tent and keep that charged. But I have lost my phone. What I found even better was, yes, it's Bluetooth. It won't kick in, there's no diesel in it. It'll just try to fire and then realise it's got no diesel. But there you go. You don't even need to read the instructions for this. Everything is on the Bluetooth settings. You can turn the temperature up, you can turn the temperature down. It tells you what the air temperature is, ambient temperature. Is that that must be the height above. Oh, of course, this adjusts for altitude as well. So yeah, so it actually burns clean, because apparently it's a lot more efficient. It blows that way. The heat would be coming out the back right now, so the pipe would have to come up and over. But yeah, it's blowing. How cool is that? And turning it off. Oh, I am so happy with that. It's great. That is going to be a game changer. For a tent heater, I can take it out, I can put it on 12 volt, I can run it in the truck, or I can run it in here and keep my trucks dry in the winter. This workshop gets really damp in the winter. Well, not damp, but you get condensation in here. I can just leave this running. I can plug it in, just leave it running. Apparently it's supposed to run up to, on a low setting, up to 60 hours. We'd have to see about that. I'm not sure it's going to, for 6 litres of diesel, 60 hours. I guess if it was on a really low setting, if it was on 1, it's a possibility, but I've never had them run that long. But we're not going to put it to a 60-hour test, let's put it that way. We'll assume that the company is right, but overall, I am really impressed. Need to get some diesel, like I keep saying, and we'll see how much heat this chucks out. I like it. I've just gone and got some diesel. I've dieselled this up. I've rigged up a temporary exhaust. Now that hole in the wall over there is where my old diesel heater used to exhaust. There you go, that's the words I'm after. So I've got power going to this. Like I said, mains, awesome. So let's go to the Bluetooth. It's found it, it's connected, that's the one. Let's turn it on and see if we can get heat. Yes. And the fan comes on straight away. Is it going to start pumping? Or do I need to do something else? You can change the temperature settings. Oh, okay. That's cool. You can actually put it into temperature. So let's turn the temp up. Has not started pumping yet. I do like it though. I think it's great. I think it's a great bit of kit. I'm just going through all the controls here and see where I can actually see what's different. Oh, hang on, before I forget about things that are different. This controller that you're going to take up into your roof tent has a CO2 meter. How awesome is that? So it will detect CO2 in your roof tent. Pumps just started pumping. And shut off if it detects too high a CO2 reading. So if that exhaust was sucking in, well, if that exhaust was being sucked in through the air intake and into your roof tent, there you go guys, that has actually just come on. Still cold. But I'd never actually heard of this company, HCalory. Starting to like the products that they're making, I tell you. And I'm also just looking what other things you can set this to. It's even got the user manuals in here as well. This might smoke a bit as it burns off because it's all brand new. Oh, that might shut. I may have just turned that off. Oh no, I've just put it onto automatic, so it'll kick in and out when it gets temperature. I think I'd just use it off my phone. Really, I don't think I'd bother with any of the other controls. I may have just put it into auto shutdown. I'm not sure. I'm just looking at there's all the controls back here. Because that stopped pumping. I put it into shutdown. Well, we're not going to hear that kick straight in because of I've turned it off by mistake, messing with the controls. We'll have to wait for it to go through its shutdown, I think. The device is shutting down. Do not power off. Yeah, so it's going through its auto shutdown. Right, we'll try that again. Right, we'll wait for this to shut down. I'll come back once it gets back onto its start cycle. Right, we'll try that again. Let's go to heat. Yes. So back into its start cycle. It's blowing air. I should actually read the instructions because it says it's in ignition. So it actually comes up on the Bluetooth that it's in ignition. So in a minute the pump should kick in. And don't press any other buttons. That might be, you know, a definite plus here. It's new, I have to keep pressing the buttons. I definitely think this Bluetooth is the way forward. And Bluetooth is reading exactly the same as the controller because it'll be getting the same information, won't it? Cool, I like it. Yeah, it is. They're both reading exactly the same. So it's still in ignition. Pump's just kicked in. Pump's quiet. Yeah, there's a flame, I can hear it burning. That is pretty quiet. That's starting to warm up. There's no reason why we can't have a look on the inside while it's running. I put plenty of diesel in it, by the way. It's full. Yeah, you can see the pump running. I actually spilt a bit of diesel in there as well. I'll go around with the cloth and wipe that out. Ah, there's the fuse. So the power supply is fused. So that's good. And like I showed you before, that's the one you disconnect to move the controller if you want to wall mount it. What an awesome piece of kit. Well, I'll come back in a minute when this is warmed up and we'll see how it's going after like 10 minutes. Right, this has been running for about 8 minutes. And the one thing it does tell you is the aluminium core, which is at the heating element, is at 450 degrees. Obviously the room temperature hasn't gone up because this workshop's cold at the best of times, but yeah, it's still cold in here. Well, that's nice and warm. I really wanted to show this running, heating the roof tent, but I've got none of this ducting. My other diesel heater runs on 3-inch ducting and this is 4, and I thought it would be the same and it isn't. So I'm going to have to order some 4-inch ducting. But yeah, no, that's cool. Right, I'm going to put this into shutdown now. Right, that's in shutdown mode. There you go. It's already winding down. I just want to do one other thing with it. Let this shut down and we'll have one more little play with it. So what I wanted to test was a little bit of a scenario. You've got a diesel heater, you're out camping with a ground tent, so you're not in a truck, you're in a ground tent, you've only got a car or a van or something. Can you power one of these from a HCalory? So that's your power source. You've got 240 in that, so let's give that some juice. Let's see if it'll turn on. It should do. Put the AC on. There we go. That's the power on. Well, that's lit up, so it's got power. Yep, it's come on. Let's see if this will actually work. So, is it going to connect? Yes. Well, it came straight on. So let's see on startup how much power it draws off that. That's 50, 60, 70, 80 watts, 90, that's 101 watts it's drawing, 103. And that HCalory says it will run it at that much power draw for 8 hours. But I know once the glow plug kicks out, these draw nothing. Let me get the camera and I'll show you. So the HCalory says it's going to run it at that much power draw for 8 hours. And that's on maximum fan, maximum heat. Oh, it's kicked in. There's the pump starting. So the scenario of you being out in a ground tent and not having access to 12 volts like we have on the trucks, yeah, that will definitely work. So I'll see what that drops down. It's already 120 watts nearly. Oh, there you go, it's dropped down now, the glow plug's gone out. Right, so that's dropped down to 16 watts. It says it's going to run it at that power usage for what, 36, 37 hours? So yeah, there you go. another scenario where you can use it. There you go guys, a quick look at the HCalory 8 kilowatts Toolbox diesel heater. What an awesome piece of kit that is. If you're thinking of getting one of these yourself, there's a link in the description below with the discount code, and you're going to be seeing a lot more of this in the future because it's going to be coming out with us once we get that piece of ducting to heat the roof tent. If you've enjoyed this video, give us that thumbs up. If it's your first time here, make sure to subscribe, and I will see you on the next one. Ace, that can just heat my workshop for a while now.